Welcome to the Taste Test, the show where the ATK Reviews team goes above and beyond tasting ingredients so that you can shop smart. Today, I have Joe Gitter, senior editor on the books team.
Hi, Kate. Good to see you.
Hey, Joe. Glad to have you here. So today, we're tasting cranberry sauce. You're going to taste all 9 samples. We'll go through one at a time. You'll tell me what you think, what you like, what you don't like. We'll learn a ton, and then at the end, we'll compare everything you came to feel about cranberry sauce against our official results.
Let's do it. I like these little spoons. It's like a caviar spoon, but not mother of pearl. It's wood with cranberry.
Yeah, it's very dainty.
Okay. Well, I already don't like the appearance of this first one because it looks rather like weepy at the edges. And I feel like you want something nice and homogeneous so it coats the mouth, it coats the food.
Okay. All right, I like it. You're coming in strong with some opinions.
Okay, let's see. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
So I feel like it's got to have some sweetness and acidity. And really, I just get flabby sweetness and almost no acidity at all.
Okay.
It just tastes watery.
Watery.
It looks watery, it tastes watery. I don't taste like fresh berry fruits, and I don't get a really nice sweet sour balance. So I'm not feeling good about this one.
Okay. I've got to say, I didn't hate this one.
You didn't hate it?
I didn't hate this one.
Okay.
No. Once I stirred it, I thought it got a little bit better.
Okay, let's have a look.
But I'm with you. When it's sitting there on your dining room table at Thanksgiving, you want it to look beautiful.
Right, that's like the first thing that people see. They come in, the turkey's not on the table yet.
Exactly.
You've got this big bowl, and it's weeping red cranberry water.
Weeping. Oh, so sad.
It's really sad. Yeah, this would be sad. And I guess you could run in, give it a little stir.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. It looks a little bit better.
Yeah. But you don't want to be dealing with that when you've got your turkey to think about. Do you want to know what it is?
Tell me.
Okay.
Ocean Spray. Now, I recognize the brands.
You do.
This is not going to be on my table this Thanksgiving.
All right, yes. Ocean Spray, huge, huge name in cranberries. This is their whole berry sauce. And this actually came in 3rd place with our tasters. And a couple people said, tastes like childhood. Very familiar to them. They grew up eating this, so 3rd place.
Can't underestimate that, and it definitely doesn't taste like my childhood.
No, it doesn't. But that's okay.
Oh, wow, look at this color.
Very dark, very cooked down.
Right, like dry, jammy.
Yep.
I see a lot of seeds in there.
Yep.
Are there nuts in there?
Mm-hmm. A lot of nuts.
Like, this feels hard to even identify as a cranberry sauce. Right?
I agree. It's kind of hard to identify the nut, too.
Yeah.
Like, there's something in there, but is it a walnut? Is it a pecan?
Right, exactly. And then
what else?
It's very sticky, it's sweet.
Very sticky.
I think I'd really enjoy this with a whole plate of cheese or ham, but I feel like with turkeys, it's just not quite right. It's not bright red.
Yes, exactly. And you know, one of the great things about cranberry sauce is that pop of color.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, you know, your plate's kind of beige. You know, you got your turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy. Right. And the cranberry sauce really kind of brings some life to it.
It's just another brown.
Another brown thing on the plate.
A study in brown.
A study in brown. Yeah. So this is Harry and David Country Cranberry Relish. This was one of our tasters' least favorites. Because of all those extra flavors, people compared it to a holiday candle.
Yes, I can see that. I can see that.
Like a little overboard, like some of that Yankee Candle. And even cough syrup.
Oh dear.
I know.
Doesn't sound very appetizing.
It's not good. Come to Thanksgiving. Here's your turkey and your gravy and a little cough syrup.
I would keep that for the cheese.
Yes, keep for the cheese. It's got a place there, just not at Thanksgiving.
The ridges are really funny.
There's no hiding that you sort of shimmied this out of a can onto your plate.
It's very firm.
It was
very firm. So it's not mouth coating at all. A turkey sandwich with this smeared on it.
Yeah.
That could do pretty well.
No, that would be great.
This to me seems like a decent all-purpose cranberry sauce that just doesn't look beautiful.
Right. This is something that people kind of duke it out about, you know, super strong opinions. There are the fans of jellied cranberry sauce, which is pureed, then pressed through a sieve, and then put in cans and actually cooked in the cans, which is why it forms those ridges. The pectin in the cranberries make it set up and it becomes very jellied.
Yes, it is.
And then the other big category is whole berry, which is sometimes called relish. One of the things we found really interesting is that the name on the can or the jar doesn't necessarily indicate what you'll find inside. That sometimes those labeled jellied were actually pretty loose, and sometimes those that were whole berry looked very jellied.
No industry standards
No, I don't think so. And you would expect companies to be very clear. to call it one thing and have it really look like that. And we just found that wasn't the case.
Like, if you want this, I think you want to know that this is what you're getting.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be surprised by this.
Yes. Yeah. There's no passing this off as homemade, So this is Geffen whole berry cranberry sauce.
Whole berry.
Whole berry. So confusing. You would never expect a whole berry sauce to be quite this rigid and have those little grooves on the top, but there you are.
And on top of everything, look at the picture. This is really not representative
I know.
of what you're getting in the tin.
Yes. So we were very surprised by that. Some people thought it was nice and tangy. They liked the cranberry flavor. Others found it just kind of blandly sweet, a little forgettable.
But I mean, sort of decent-ish. Decent-ish,
Yeah.
all-purpose.
Yes.
You can definitely spread it on some toast and put some turkey on top of your
I think you're right. I think it has a place for your leftovers, but maybe not your star side dish at dinner.
Now, somehow the ridges, they look a little softer here, just from the appearance. Like, it looks almost like a candy.
Mm-hmm. You know what it reminds me of? A fruit leather.
Yeah, like a fruit leather. It's got that texture as well.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It's not very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely got, like, it's a little granular.
Yes.
It's a little dry.
There's a little graininess to it.
It feels like a healthy childhood snack.
It
right?
does. It does. Yes. It's like you can't have your real sweet. So here, have a little sugared cranberry.
Have your little apple cranberry snack.
This is Woodstock organic jellied cranberry sauce.
At least they call it what it is.
Yes, it's got that going for it. You know what's inside when you open it. And this one, again, you and our tasters were pretty much in sync here. They thought it was fine, nothing to write home about. Some other people said kind of bland, lacked depth, a little one note.
I think that's right. It gets sweet and sour, but that's kind of it.
So this is totally different than anything we've had so far.
Completely. I get so much cranberry flavor from it. Like really clean cranberry flavor, only it's more intense than cranberry
Definitely.
juice.
Yeah, it's that cranberry bitterness. I can feel it on the sides of my mouth.
It's mouth-watering acidity.
It is.
Really high acidity with nice sugar. The texture's a bit off, right? It's a little dry.
Yeah.
But the flavor really pops,
It
really
is.
shouts,
Yes.
screams in your ear.
It does. Yes, it does.
You're
And
eating
cranberries! This is New England Cranberry Colonial Cranberry Sauce.
Very cranberry.
Very cranberry. In the name twice, and we could taste it.
Yes, we absolutely could.
So this, our tasters really liked. So I'm thrilled that you were pleased with it.
Yeah.
Because this is actually one of our winners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't failed yet.
No, you haven't. And I haven't told you that yet. So we named 2 winners in this story. Sometimes when we taste ingredients, there's one that just rises above everything else, and that is our one and only favorite.
The singular winner.
Exactly. This story, however, because they come in the 2 styles, we actually ended up naming a whole berry favorite and also a jellied favorite.
And this was the whole berried favorite.
You got it.
Spice.
Spice. Immediately. There is something in here aside from just cranberries and sugar.
I taste clove. It smashes me around the face with a little bit of orange peel and not much cranberry. I get the bitterness, but not the cranberry fruitiness.
Yeah.
It feels like they've masked the cranberries with the spices, and that's kind of not what this is. This is not a spice sauce, it's a cranberry sauce.
Exactly. No, nobody wants a spice sauce. That's not what we're after.
That's not what we want.
This is not, it's not my favorite.
No.
I'll say that. And it doesn't sound like your favorite at all.
No, I'm a little bit annoyed by this one.
No, no.
I'm a little bit annoyed because it's like, it's not what I wanted. I didn't want to necessarily add a whole load of cloves to my turkey.
Yes. No, exactly.
And they made me do that.
When you're cooking all day on Thanksgiving, you're tired. You feel a little bit like a zombie by the time you sit down. This is not what you want to be serving. Oh.
Because I'm grateful.
You are not thankful for that sauce. This is Stonewall Kitchen New England Cranberry Relish.
I like that company though.
I know. And this is actually a really good point you're making, that the brand, the company can kind of influence us when we're tasting things. So something we take a lot of care to do in our tastings is to remove all of the packaging from the room.
Yep.
And every sample is labeled with a number. So that way nobody knows they're eating Stonewall Kitchen, and the fact that maybe they love something else they make isn't influencing them. And our tasters really identified all the same things that we've been talking about. They thought that it was aggressively spiced.
Yeah.
Just taster after taster wrote down, it's overwhelming. This was recommended with reservations, and it was the last of those sauces. So it was kind of in the bottom of our lineup. This is not really something that we think you should seek out, at least for Thanksgiving Day.
But in a pinch, it can do something good for you. Maybe.
Maybe. If you like warm spice.
Okay. Oh my God.
What are you tasting? Tell me.
Applesauce. Cooked applesauce.
Applesauce.
That's what it is, like jellied cooked applesauce. With a little bit of some berry sweetness there.
Yeah, I'm getting some more spices.
Yeah, definitely spices. Yeah.
Something else I'm noticing, these sauces have been such different colors.
Yeah.
This one is a very dark, I don't even know what color that is, but there's a brownish tint to it.
It's kind of drab.
That we haven't seen in some of the others.
Is this an ode to your family Thanksgiving?
Not mine.
Not yours.
Not mine, no. This is Williams-Sonoma jellied cranberry. All right, what do you see?
What do I see? Cranberries and apples.
Cranberries and apples. You nailed it.
Citrus and spices. You nailed it.
Yes. They did not nail it. Yes.
The first ingredient is apple juice concentrate. The second is cranberry puree, then apple puree, then cane sugar.
And here, you really noticed the apple though.
Yeah.
That was the first thing you said.
First thing I tasted, yeah.
And I do think the more I thought about it after you said that, it almost has an apple butter quality.
Yeah.
Like that cooked down, sort of sweet, not quite pie filling.
It's like a bit grainy almost.
Yes, that too. Our tasters were not fans of this sauce. This was actually at the bottom of the pack, and people really found it very heavily spiced. It felt to them, one taster noted, it seems like a bunch of spices fell into the mix by accident. It's just like, you're cooking and you knock over the cinnamon into the pot by mistake.
And Aunt Nora's never going to notice.
Yes, but we noticed.
We got that.
Yes, we did. So this was not one of our favorites, unfortunately.
Sad. I mean, I'm loving the look of this. It's bright red. It's obviously jellied. You can see the ridges, but it doesn't look tight. It doesn't look dry. And there's a whole cranberry in it as well.
There is. It's sort of baffling, right? It's both jellied with ridges and there's a whole berry in there.
I like the flavor. It's a little mild. And again, I'm getting those skins that are a little bit off-putting.
Yep.
And these aren't narrow swathes. These are big strips, or at least I just got one anyway.
I'm getting a lot of sweetness.
Yeah,
Karen,
this had so much promise.
You were so excited.
I was so excited.
You were so excited. And it is failing to deliver. Somehow, even the jellied is a little bit watery.
Yeah.
It's firm, but as I eat it, there's not a ton of flavor.
Like it looked and felt so good, which are probably the two least important senses when you're eating. But then it tastes and doesn't feel fantastic in the mouth.
I think something this has going for it is it has no distracting flavors.
That's true.
There's nothing competing with the cranberry. There's no orange, there's no clove, there's no cinnamon. But this one actually maybe could have used a boost from something else because it's a little flat.
It does. It really. It just needs something. Maybe some astringency from the spices. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I have one cranberry skin that it's lingering, and I wish it weren't. This is Woodstock Organic Whole Cranberry Sauce.
And we had one from Woodstock earlier.
We did. The one that you actually kind of liked. It wasn't our favorite, but I think it was the organic kids snack. It reminded us.
This one doesn't fall into that same category.
No, it's too bad. And that is such an interesting thing about supermarket products, is that you might really enjoy one thing they make, and then something that is in the exact same category, it's another cranberry sauce, just kind of fails to deliver. So unfortunately, not our favorite. Actually, this was our taster's least favorite. People compared it to cranberry flavored water, which, not what you want.
No.
Lacking in flavor. And they thought that it was a little thin. For jellied, it kind of sort of falls apart, kind of loses its firm jellied consistency.
Yeah, I mean, like when you cut through it, you're like, oh, it's got a little bit of tension there. Then it releases. Like it feels like it's going to taste good in your mouth, and it just doesn't deliver.
No, too watery. So ultimately, not our favorite. People just actually found it unpleasant.
We haven't got to the winner yet, have we?
I know. I should have told you. I should have told you. All right, well, we have number 8. You can see what you think of it.
Okay, I'm going to come into it with a very open mind.
You better.
I will.
You better. You can disagree. You can disagree. It's okay.
Okay, it's okay.
Yes. Okay, Joe, we have our 9th and final sample.
Okay.
You've been such a good sport.
This has been a really exciting cranberry journey.
Who knew? Who knew it would be so thrilling? Okay, Tell me what you're noticing right off the bat.
Okay, so I'm seeing the ridges. So I know this is gelid, or
Yep.
I'm assuming it's gelid. Nice and glistening. Oh, I like the texture as I press into it. It's got a nice color. It's not quite as vivid as the last one, but
It's true.
It's definitely red.
Yep.
A lot of acidity.
A lot of acidity.
A lot of
Very bright.
Not very sweet. I get good cranberry flavor from it. Doesn't hit you over the head like the favorite one that we had, the whole berry
Yep.
one. But yeah, you really get that acidity,
Yes.
that mouth-watering acidity. It hits you. Like this almost could be a palate cleanser, like a palate warmer-upper or something like that. You know,
No,
like
I can see that.
you sit down, you eat it, your
Yep.
mouth starts watering, and you're just going to tuck into your meal.
You ready? So, bring me those mashed potatoes. I am ready.
Bring me your mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Bring me my gravy. Bring me my turkey.
You're very bossy at Thanksgiving.
Well, this is quite an exciting cranberry sauce.
I like this one. It's simple, straightforward, but very good.
Yeah, I mean, of the jellied ones, I think this probably is my favorite. I wouldn't rank it my top one.
Okay.
But
so, all right.
I do like it.
Well, this is good. So we have learned that you are a whole berry
We
guy.
know that now. 100%.
Now you know your astrological sign,
That's
the
right.
year you were born, and that
Eye
you're
colour,
yes,
chromosomes, all that stuff.
whole
Yep.
berry guy.
Whole berries.
I have to admit, I like a jellied sauce. I find it charming. You know, you're going to such great lengths on Thanksgiving to make everything from scratch. Why not lean in? You know, embrace something a little bit goofy like
I
this.
just can't quite be with you on that one.
All right. Well, we'll agree to disagree.
We'll agree to disagree.
that.
But we still like it.
We do.
We agree that we like it.
We do agree that we like it. This is Ocean Spray jellied cranberry sauce.
What? That is so surprising. Because this is Ocean Spray. We didn't love the first one, although actually I think you remember saying the tasters quite liked it.
They did.
But it's definitely more intense than that one.
It is.
And you'd think it should be the same.
I know. So that is something, so we've definitely learned with labels, brands are inconsistent from product to product. You can't assume because you loved one, you would like the other.
Right.
And also the label with jellied and whole berry isn't always a clear indication. But I think we can agree in this instance, jellied on the label equals jellied. Jellied in your bowl,
in the bowl, on your plate, exactly.
Yes.
You can have those perfect slices of cranberry sauce.
You can, look at those. I mean, iconic. I would go so far.
Is that how you serve it? Sliced, not diced?
I would slice it.
You slice it?
Yeah, I would. I would slice it, shingle it.
You don't just have a plate with a...
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
No, I have to draw the line somewhere. Okay, so our tasters also liked this quite a bit. This is our winner in the jellied style.
Okay.
People liked that it was tangy, it was tart.
Yep.
They found that it really had classic flavor. You know, to me, it tastes a lot like just cranberry juice that's just kind of been, you know, cooked down a little bit, a little more concentrated, sweetened a little bit. We were big fans of this one. If you're looking for a store-bought cranberry sauce, you don't want to make it from scratch, or maybe you want to make a relish and then also have a jellied on the table.
Right, you got to please everyone.
Exactly.
Sometimes you need two.
Yes.
Sometimes three.
I know, who knows? Why limit yourself?
Right.
So this is a great one. This is the one we think you should seek out.
That makes a lot of sense.
Here are the ATK Reviews team's official results. Woodstock Whole Cranberry Sauce, Harry and David Cranberry Relish, and Williams-Sonoma Jellied Cranberry were at the bottom of our list. We do not recommend these. Slightly better, recommended with reservations, were Stonewall Kitchen New England Cranberry Relish, Woodstock Organic Cranberry Sauce, and Geffen Whole Berry. We can recommend Ocean Spray Whole Berry Sauce. Finally, our ATK recommended favorites. For best whole berry option, New England Cranberry Colonial Cranberry Sauce, and our favorite jellied sauce, Ocean Spray Jellied Cranberry Sauce.